Welcome back. I'm your DM, Keohane, and these are our players.
Hi, I'm Hazel. I'm playing as Lucida Welkin.
Hi, I'm Bodhi, and I'm playing Gilbert Nickel.
Hi, I'm Devin Osman, and I'm going to be playing Rosalie Moe.
I am Benjamin Rowe, and I am playing Fathin Ironscale.
I am Finn, and I am playing Gareth.
And I am Cecil Hutt, and I will be playing Comet of the Seventh Sword. We have some people we need to thank. We here at Animas High School and Roll for Fate would like to thank Wizards of the Coast for supporting this project. We would also like to thank Alexey, Latimer-Paul, and Gareth Keohane for being responsible for everything you see and hear in the live stream. We would like to thank Mitchel Bidart and the support team from the rest of the art department for all of the art, including miniature figurines and dioramas, as well as on-screen graphics throughout this production. We would also like to thank Ande and Oliver for putting this whole thing together. And finally, we would like to thank Alexey, Latimer-Paul, and Conall Keohane for writing the thrilling story you are about to hear. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome back to Roll for Fate, Shadow over Caeryfyndon. This project, as I said before, is a collaborative effort over 3 weeks of me and a very large group of students to create a game show like Critical Role. Using D&D as a storytelling medium, we'll be diving into a story completely designed by us. All of the sets, NPCs, and most of the art you'll witness will also be made by us. Hope you enjoy that. And with that, let's dive into session 3, leading into the mystery. So, after about an hour of getting through the mine, you exit the cramped, dark mine shaft. Bloodied by combat, you squint as you emerge into the valley. The sun's rays are blinding compared to the darkness you've emerged from. The valley around you is filled with the chirping of birds and the rustling of leaves, a stark contrast to the near-silent, dark cavern you had just been.
As Lucida walks out, he's sort of walking a little slowly. He's kind of holding on to his jacket, kind of grabbing onto it tightly. His white hair kind of more flat than it usually is. His skin kind of radiating less than it usually would as well. He's kind of clicking his boots as he walks. His tail, usually flicking, is now just sort of dragging along. His confidence seems to not be showing as radiantly. He seems to be kind of in a more subtle mood as he walks through the cave.
Gilbert, you step out next.
As you see Gilbert, his usual slicked back hair is more crazy and ruffled. And his tie, that's usually so straight and elegant, is just like all really loose. He walks with like his usual smirk off his face, and he's like looking at the ground, like scanning it with his eyes. And every once in a while he looks at the gold pouch in his hand. And yeah.
Rosalie walks out, and she takes off her hat in respects for the lives she just witnessed lose. And her usual neon bouncy red hair is just flat. There's no bounce or joy in this. She looks down, kicking with her worn down boots. Her tail isn't flicking or anything either. It's not doing anything. She kind of looks very traumatized. Her sleep deprived bags under her eyes are well shown now. And her blue eyes just look so very dull as she kind of fiddles with her cargo coat, and she just looks down. There's nothing much she really can feel.
Fathin steps out, and as his crimson scales reflect the light of the sun, his eyes, they are filled with not sorrow, but with guilt and empathy. He's carrying the body of, I feel so bad right now. I forgot his name.
Dorian.
He's carrying the body of Dorian in his arms. He's walking slowly and gently. He's trying not to like be too loud, be too gentle. He feels like he has failed.
Gareth exits the mine behind Fathom, relieved to be out in the open again, but still shaken by witnessing such a sudden death. And now that the adrenaline of the fight has worn off, it's really hitting them that this man is dead. And they're gonna have to tell his family. And they're kind of trying to, they're wrapping themselves in their wings, trying to comfort themselves.
Comment.
Comet is the last to exit. They have a bit of a limp from getting hit. They're not the most well-built of people. Their normally silken, inky fur is matted, and you think you can see that it's blood, but it's so dark it's hard to tell. The blue light of magic is slowly fading from their eyes, revealing green, and instead of the blue, their eyes are filled with tears. They're gone with the energy lost, and also with just how hard this was hitting them. They weren't expecting to feel as guilty as they do. Their feather pauldrons are ruffled and their coat is wrinkled. They look at their coat and the body, and they take off their coat, and with as much respect and gentleness as possible, they drape it over Dorian in a makeshift shroud.
Your coat does not quite cover the body of Dorian, but it does bring a little dignity to the man.
Alright. Where should we go next? Should we talk to the mayor, see if he had any family in town, or should we go bury him?
We should talk to the man.
Yes, his family will want to know. I presume the town will want to set up a funeral.
Yes.
Let's make our way then.
And as you step forwards out of the tunnels completely and into the valley where the mine entrance resides, a large gray stone looms ahead, its edges worn smooth by years of wind and rain, and from behind it a figure emerges. Her steps soft and almost deliberate. Sunlight catches the tattered hem of her gown and the faded purples and golds, once vibrant but now dimmed, their richness muted to the earth tones of time. Patterns, intricate and foreign, twine through the fabric like ghostly whispers of a forgotten past. Her hair, wild and untamed, frames a face marked by travel and hardship. Though her clothes are frayed and her skin bronzed by the sun, something about her posture, straight-backed and proud, speaks of a life long removed from the rugged reality she now inhabits. She looks at you guys and speaks. "Oh, who are you? Are the mines safe? I'd like to know what happened."
I would not call the mines safe at this moment, though the pest problem that it did have is now done and finished.
As far as we know. Yeah.
"Oh, so you killed the monsters?" I simply ask because I need to reopen the mine.
Have you no dignity? People lost their lives in those mines. It is not just to leave them open.
And she sighs and says, "Well, you know, people have died in there, and people have died in there before. But it needs to be open. The village needs money, and if these mines never open again, no one will remain in the village for long.
You have a large surplus of crystals with you currently. I would recommend keeping the mind closed for a few more weeks just to ensure anything inside is thoroughly gone. And then if you find it in yourself, you can't open them again.
They nod and say, "Oh, well, that seems reasonable."
Rosalie's gonna pull out her lute and start, playing very somber tune, like funeral music, as she follows after everyone.
Lucida will join in with the tune.
Who is sort of the last person in this procession?
I do think Comet has moved to the head of the group with Fathom.
Yeah, and I'd be right behind them.
I'm pretty sure me and Lucida are in the back.
Yeah.
So as you guys are playing this sad song, I'm guessing, the woman kind of, not very gently, kind of touches one of your shoulders, you, Rosalie, and says, "Are you completely sure my minds are safe? I know I was a little callous earlier, but I really don't want people to die in there."
We killed all of the monsters that we found, so we think it is safe, but there's no guarantee.
And they nod, and then they seem to think about something for a moment, and then say, I don't know if it'll help, but I do know a little bit about the mind that many do not. If you would like to hear it.
That would be great.
Well, long ago, this was a Rowan gold mine. Pride of the land, bringing wealth and prosperity, but like I said, like it always happens, the Romans got greedy. Forced us to dig too deep. Somewhere, there was a passage down there to another world, a dark one. Place evil resides, and monsters roam. Even when we found the great riches there, we never dug any deeper. Some things are best left alone.
Yes. Thank you for sharing this information. That might be the cause of the monsters that were in the mines. So, if you do find more, we may have to go and investigate this world and see if we can close it off.
I'm glad I could help. And they turn, and they're gonna leave you to what you're doing. And you see they start walking up this very unkept path higher up the valley, and you can see about half a mile up is a very small wooden hovel where you're guessing she lives.
We should start heading back to the Marion.
Yes. The path is much the same as it was on the way to the mines. Still muddy and surrounded by foliage. The sky darkens above as more clouds gather, casting the land in shadow. Whatever happened in the mines, the secrets of the Crystal, and the Shadow Hounds, some part of you feels like this is merely the beginning. Not all the questions are answered. And as you guys, it's going to take about an hour to get back from the mines. I'm going to give you guys about 10 minutes to RP on the way there.
It was so sudden.
Most deaths are.
Yes.
We could have done something.
Honestly, we probably couldn't have.
take it from the man who's buried more bodies than he is willing to talk about. Feeling like you've caused it is never going to help. It is best to take everything as it happens and move on.
We should have called him back. We could have called him back. There was no justice in that death. He was unprepared.
Still, he died trying to help, and he did by leading us to where the problem was.
Could we have
There is some
even
justice in that.
could we have even prepared him for what was at stake?
I don't think we were prepared for it.
We were gearing for an ambush, but we never expected them to come out of the dim shadows.
And Rosalie starts like a little bit of electricity from like her emotions is starting to around her, and she's like, and she kind of hisses, "So we're just damn pawns?
That's how life is sometimes.
That's not fair. I don't like that. That doesn't feel right at all."
Things happen that we cannot change.
No matter how many times I've witnessed death, it does not get easier. But it does help you realize that it's not always your fault, and most of the time it isn't, even if it feels that way.
There is no one to prepare you for another's death. It doesn't matter if you knew them, but death is less the end. It is a continuation of one's life. You cannot have value until you realize that that value can be taken away.
Death may be a natural process and part of the world, but until you experience it for yourself, you never find that it still hurts.
Everything does.
Come here. And I kind of pull you forwards into a hug and wrap my wings around you to give comfort.
And like through them, like the feathers, because Bruce is pretty short, I'm sure, compared to you. You just hear muffled sobbing.
It's okay.
As you walk, you can all hear jingling the pouch of coins Gilbert took from them.
Go, but that money will not be going to you.
I know.
We will give it back to the town. They've already lost too much.
We do not earn this money fairly. The Mavis, they were told that they were predicted to run. They did not do the job. Yet they just died in the mine. No. Mavis are not respected. If anything happens, we just ran away. We still do our job.
Fathin's he's gonna adjust himself so that he's holding the body in one hand, and he's going to pick up the satchel of the 6 crystals from each of the silhouettes. Yes, he's gonna hand them to Gilbert. I'm going to assume these were the Mavis. I think it'd be best you hold on to them.
Thank you. And he holds them in the hand with the gold sack, kind of like letting them touch. And he's,
This has been hard on all of us. But it will get better. No matter how long it takes, it does get better.
What are we going to tell the town?
Simple. He's dead. There's nothing more to tell.
If it pleases everyone, I would like to be the one to give the explanation.
I'm not one for words. I think that'd be the best course of action.
Yes.
I think I will say that he fought well, but his death was not justified. It was a foolish mistake that should never have happened. And I do think we should stay in town for the funeral and perhaps to figure out whatever it is that caused these fiends to come in.
Yes.
Maybe.
Not only is it our duty, but I believe that it is what we owe to Dorian for his death.
May his death be memorable.
I don't think we'll have time to forget it.
And may our actions make up for the fact that it never should have happened.
Yes. They are not honorable creatures. They sneak in the shadow, attack with surprise and no dignity.
I'll mention one more thing that has been possibly lingering on all of your minds. You have Dorian's body. When you're in the mines, there were no bodies of the 5 sent before. Something about that nags at some of you.
Something else killed Marvis down there. It wasn't these wolves. The bodies, if it was the wolves that killed them, there would be no piece of them that would be left to scavenge from. There's no body that would have decomposed. Something crystallized these people.
Yes. I think we will have to go back down there again.
Oh, no,
Perhaps better prepared, and leading. We know the way. We won't bring any more incense there,
No.
but perhaps better prepared. More rope, more supplies to not have to deal with the structural integrity or the safety. I would like to investigate that secret passage we found further.
Yes, I have a feeling that might be the passage that the woman mentioned.
So we stay and finish the job properly?
Yes. We avenge Dorian, get him justice. And avenge the Marvis, too. They may not be as well regarded by the guild and the people, but they did not deserve that. It doesn't seem like the bodies were, it doesn't seem like the bodies completely crystallized. It was only the silhouettes. Where did they go? Was it just the crystallizing of their blood, or did something take the bodies is what I would like to know.
Wouldn't there be blood splatters or scatters or some stain?
If the blood crystallized.
Unless it killed them from some other means.
That door could unleash untold monsters into those mines.
So it needs to be sealed.
It needs to be sealed. We just fought the dogs. What else could be in there? If the dogs were hard for us, there's probably much more worse things.
Yes. And if there's worse creatures, we cannot allow them to be unleashed upon this world. That is what this guild stands for. Protecting and preventing.
And as you say that, as you're returning to town, something slightly strange catches your eye. You spot a small clearing with a rock in the center. Jutting from the rock, a sword protrudes, beautifully adorned with more griziel, and beside the rock, hastily thrown together, a sign proudly proclaims, "Pull the sword from the stone and become the new king." A man adorned in jewelry and wearing an extravagant gold-lined suit and a cane, with a golden snake around it, at the stand proclaims, come one and all, try your hand at the fascinating challenge."
I don't have time for this. We need to get back to town.
I think we might have time if this is something someone is interested in.
A couple of people who are quite obviously tourists to this location seem to be handing the man gold coins, and none of them are able to successfully pull the sword from the rock. And as you approach, the man yells out, "Try your hand! Only 10 gold to win a chance to pull the sword from its stone, and of course, your chance to become king."
I would like to cast Detect Magic. This feels...
Like a scam. I'm gonna, while you do that, I'm gonna set down Dorian's body, just like slouching on a tree. Because I do want to try at this.
Let's not leave him
And
on the ground.
I will say, as you guys approach this guy, whereas he's dressed very finely, there are scars on his face.
Yeah, I cast Detect Magic. Do I see any? Is anything glowing?
So, there does seem to be some sort of magic on the stone. However, the sword itself, you can't tell.
I mean, Lucida will go up and give him the coins.
So you hand him these gold coins, says, "Ah, excellent, excellent. Would you like to try?"
I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself.
And I will also say, comment, you are also approaching the rest of the group. As you get a little closer, you see on the sword with this Detect Magic sparkles? It's on the handle there seems to be, you would describe it as magic dust, maybe. And so you're going to attempt to...
Yeah, I'm gonna enhance my strength.
Okay.
So I get advantage. Yeah, I'm gonna try my hand at it.
Yeah, make an athletics check to try this.
Okay. 18.
So you like brace yourself against the rock, you grab the sword handle, and you give it your all. Like muscles bulging, you try for a good minute and a half, but the sword does not budge an inch. And the man says, "Oh, well, looks like we'll have to try someone else. Any of you?"
I will try. And yeah, he's
We're all
gonna
gonna try.
give him.
Yeah, remember it is 10 gold pieces per attempt.
Gareth is crouching down by Dorian's body, kind of like almost protecting it, guarding it in case something happens.
While Gilbert is making an attempt, Comet's gonna go up to the salesman and be like, "That stone is enchanted. Are you attempting to scam these poor travelers out of their gold?"
Oh, well, the rock is enchanted because it is a very special rock. It holds the king's sword.
Can I make a...
I think that's some bully.
Can I...
Suspicion.
Are you sure about that?
Well, what else would it be?
A scam.
You tell me.
A scam.
Can when I go up on the rock, I'm not gonna grab it by like the hilt. I'm gonna grab it by like the two middle things poking out and just do like that.
Okay, yeah. Make an athletics check there. And for those of you who are maybe a little suspicious of this guy, roll insight.
17.
That is a 9.
11.
Insight. Where is
14.
I got a 19.
I got a 13.
10.
Which makes sense since I'm farther away.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the insight people first. You see, as like you say, like you're kind of questioning his legitimacy. Like his smile fades, and he like is kind of like trying to think of something. He says, "Well, look, it's an enchanted rock. Those happen," and you get the idea he's lying through his teeth.
Wonderful. I'm still going.
What did you get for your athletics?
9.
You are also like braced and everything, unable to pull this sword out.
I am going to spend 10 gold. I'm not going to try to pull this thing out. I'm going to try to snap it off.
Oh, okay. How do you plan on doing that, real quick?
I'm going to grab it by its handle, and I'm going to make it look like I'm bringing it up, but in reality, I am just going to bend it in one direction.
Okay, give me an athletics check there.
Athletics.
Wow.
Oh no. Oh! 22.
Oh.
Okay, so how does it look like when you, with immense strength, bend this very well-made sword?
I put my leg on the rock, I like pull it up, and I pull it backwards, and it shatters. When it does this, I look at it, I step off the rock, I take my 10 gold back, I'm keeping this, and I walk away with this sword.
And the guy's like, the look on his face says, "Oh my god, I can't believe somebody just did that." And so it goes, "Well, you're still not king, but good job, sir."
If it really was the king's sword, which king would it be?
Obviously, the King of England. All of Britain.
I'm really bad at
Like the fabled King Arthur.
I'm bad at geography. Is Wales in England?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
English
UK.
Empire.
English, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland and Britain are part
Gilbert's
of
gonna
it.
like pick up all the shattered pieces.
Give me a sleight of hand check real quick.
Oh, God.
You are trying to pick up like sharpened pieces of metal.
That is
Probably
that
a little bit.
that is not good.
Oof.
That is a 4.
So you go down to pick them up and you take 1 point of damage as you're like gathering these up and you cut your hand on one of the sharp pieces.
Conall, I did say that I took my gold back. Is that okay?
Yes.
Alright, just making sure.
This guy is so like flabbergasted that he did not
You
notice.
should have taken like all the
But I
gold,
have all
bro.
the pieces.
You have the pieces.
I only want mine.
You should have taken all of it though. Bro was a scammer.
This
Scammer
guy
scammed.
stands there, you know, in all his expensive clothes, like, what am I gonna do now? And
I'll just let
he sighs and says, "Well, I guess good luck, and I will be on my way, I guess, since
You all
have
my friends, they're gold.
broken the king's sword."
Kind of feel guilty now.
And you see he picks up this decent-sized bag of gold, and as he walks away, you see a paper flies out of his pocket and lands on the grass as he walks away. He seems to not have noticed it fell.
Oh,
I'm gonna pick up the paper and read
I
it.
wanna
Yeah.
go get it.
I can give it to you.
Yeah, give me it. I wanna read.
Alright, I'm gonna pay the paper. I'm just gonna hand it to Rosie, and I'm gonna have to read it.
Okay, who's taking it?
Me. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me,
Yeah.
give me, give me, give me, give me.
Oh, it looks good too.
Oh! Oh! This looks lovely.
Can
I'm
I
gonna,
see?
I'm gonna hear the reaction. I'm gonna pull it back out of her hand. I'm gonna read it myself.
Seven, can you share with the rest of the group? Or
Yes.
Yes,
please.
I'm going to, I'm gonna adjust my throat. Look, I know you're struggling, Ricky, so I'm giving you this last chance. Get those tourists to grab that sword. It'll be easy to follow them back to their innkeep. Then we could take them hostage and ransom them all their money we could dream of. Just remember not to mess it up this time. Last time you failed us, Atticus was royally mad. Don't screw this up, or it'll be on both of our arses. A.M. I'm gonna look at this. I'm like look over to Rosie and he's like, "Who's Atticus?"
What?
There's something wrong.
The note mentions Atticus and a rube and holding people hostage.
What are you talking about? I don't know nothing about that.
I would like to chase after the man.
Real quick, make me a perception check.
Give me that paper back.
Give it back, give it back, give it back. I'm sorry, who are these people? What's going on?
There's 17.
What
So,
justice?
okay, real quick. You go to like look up from this paper to where you saw the guy walking. He is vanished. You have no idea where he went.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go, well, he's the guy who dropped the paper is now gone.
Brimsy, are you alright? You seem stressed.
Stress? No, I'm not stressed. You're stressed.
What are we talking about?
The paper? The inn?
What paper?
What paper? What paper?
Rosie, your life is your own to keep private, but if it is something that could get the rest of the party hurt, you need to share.
I don't think we're gonna get hurt.
I doubt some fancy pants kidnapper could hurt any of us.
I think Rosie, please.
What?
That's loud.
You don't have to tell us anything about your personal life. You just tell us if we are in danger.
I'm sure we're fine. We should probably bring the dead guy, the Dorian. We should probably bring him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
swoop him up. We're gonna go bring the dead guy back, as you have so lovingly called him.
And we're like, well, we gotta go to the inn now because we're not gonna let some ransom happen.
We should go to the mayor first. It sounds like this ransom is not an immediate thing. It is a at-night attack.
I agree.
Alright, that sounds like a plan. Let's do that.
Yes, let's go to Bovar's Manor.
So, you keep walking, and as you enter the town proper, you are approached by a very large man dressed in full plate armor, adorned with a flag of Wales on his chest. The armor is battered and dented in places, with scratches across its shiny surface. A visor hides the man's face, but you can see through the slits. The man wears a hard stare. Heavily armed, the man carries a pistol on his side, a rifle on his back, and in his hand is an imposing longsword.
I'm gonna holding him. I'm gonna look down at the body of Dorian. I'm gonna look up at this guy and be like, "Sir, mind telling me why you're in our way?"
Ye be the group hired against the beast.
Yes.
Yes.
You are.
Well, I have some bad news.
What?
Ill has befallen the mayor. His manor has been ransacked.
Why are you looking at me for?
And he offers you an armored gloved hand.
I'm gonna take it absolutely.
This guy is pretty strong, and he takes it full and says, "My name's John Chief. I'm captain of the guard."
Is Bovar all right, Mr. Chief?
Well, his house has been torn through, and I can't find anything in there at all. Crystal that was stored there has been stolen too. Honestly, it's quite the tragedy.
Is he in there?
No, I've been unable to locate the man.
Okay, before we get to that, does this town have a morgue or somebody who can properly care for a dead body?
And
Yes, there
you see the armor, the helmet. He moves to look at Dorian's body that you're holding. He says,
There was an
I may I ask, who is it?
It's Dorian. There was
No
an
less than
accident.
And this guy nods, kind of tips his head a bit in the armor, says, "Good man, that one.
Could you take
It is
us-
always sad to lose a man.
Yes, it is.
I would recommend, in town tradition, we generally leave the body in the town square for one night so people may pay respects.
A vigil of sorts.
What does the town square look like?
The town square does not look like much. It is basically just a flattened out place of earth and gravel where all the roads in the town lead.
Do you know where we could perhaps get 1 or 2 pieces of cloth so that he doesn't have to lay on the ground?
I'm sure the people of this town will want to care for that.
I'm going to place him down in the center of the town hall. Less
town
like
square.
he's slouching, more like he's standing on a throne.
This would be the town square.
Yes, yes.
And you place his body down, and you can see many villagers are kind of looking through windows or stop in the street. And you guys sort of step back and you see like people gather items and gather around the body to mourn. And as they're doing that, John Chief puts a hand on your shoulder, Fathom, and says, "It is tough to lose a man. I understand. But
Fathin is going to.
we need to get to the bottom of the mayor's disappearance."
Right. Fathin's going to almost fiddle with the stump of his left ring finger that he himself removed. It is very hard to lose someone you care about.
Is there a proper shroud for Dorian being brought out?
Yes.
Alright, then Comet's going to respectfully, as they're placing the shroud around him, take back their coat and just kind of hold it in their arms.
And you're getting a lot of mixed reactions from the villagers. Some of them are simply focused on mourning. They're bringing out like all sorts of things to prepare Dorian for burial. Some of them, though, as they walk past, give you less than friendly looks. And you get the feeling that a lot of people are unhappy. And maybe perhaps some of them are beginning to suspect you might have led to Dorian's death.
I'm gonna return the favor. I'm gonna give him equally unhappy looks, dude. We just watched this man die. Don't disrespect.
Comet's gonna look to the ground, and their eyes that have been brimming with tears for the entire walk there, just the tears start silently falling.
Gareth kind of ruffles their feathers, just stays quiet but observing.
Yeah, Rose is just gonna kind of keep walking. Since she's a tiefling, it's not the first time she's been getting those nasty glares, so she's used to them, but she definitely acknowledges them.
Lucida, he kind of stands up more straight. His face still kind of not showing too much emotion. His hands are behind his back. He's like trying to be kind of polite for the occasion.
And as you guys watch, more items are brought, and Dorian is shrouded, and you see after about a minute, some people actually come out with things he had. And perhaps gifts he gave to other people, you're not sure, but they bring out seemingly items of personal significance and lay them around the body. And as they do this, John Chief again speaks. "I knew you want to be here for this, but it really is for the townsfolk. Those who knew him best. And I am not sure if you're quite welcome."
I understand. They view us as responsible.
We should probably just continue off to see what's wrong with the mayor.
Yes.
Fathin is going to, without speaking, without responding to him, he's just going to swing open the doors of the mayor and take a few steps in.
Yeah, so you guys walk back to the mayor's house, and inside the mayor's house, as you swing open this door, the once tidy rooms are now filled with chaos. Drawers are pulled out, their contents scattered on the floor, and everything of value that you once saw in here is missing.
Let's start looking for clues. I'm gonna just start rummaging out through his papers, see if there's anything we could discern from them.
And John Chief, he walks up the stairs and says, "You might want to check in his office."
Comet's gotta go. Let's go to the office.
Yeah, let's start there.
Let's walk up to the office.
The mayor's office is in particular ruin, with his bookshelves overturned and his great wooden desk is smashed. Tattered papers litter the floor, and burnt out candles spill their wax, smoldering on the floor. Spots of blood can be seen, but not enough to indicate death.
Is this blood dry?
Yes.
He went out with a fight.
Yes, it was a struggle. Bovar didn't leave willingly. Someone forced him.
This may be connected to the note because they might be ransomed. Might be ransomed.
And I want you all to make investigation checks.
Oh boy.
Oh, that one went dramatically. What did I get?
16.
Okay.
For you, that's you got
Yeah,
16.
16.
Well, I do suppose he wasn't designed for investigating.
13.
20.
14.
Okay.
8.
Who got a 13 or lower?
I got it at 1.
Okay, you got 8. What'd you get?
13.
So with the 13, you notice under the broken desk, you find a torn piece of clothing, clearly of fine make, as well as Bovar's golden monocle,
No, not the monocle.
which has been stepped on, and the glass inside is broken.
Can
Comet's going to.
And real quick, who got over a 14? You three find also in this room a tattered paper that seems to have been hastily dropped by someone.
Ooh, let me get it.
More papers.
I like paper, okay? You got a problem with it, buckaroo?
And
Ooh, what's this?
And all of you notice, stamped into the desk, the broken remains of the desk with a dagger, is another note.
can
I'm gonna pull it out.
Okay.
What's that, Bathy?
This is a warning from the Morale Syndicate. We have the mayor, and if the good people of, I still don't know how to pronounce it, want him back, they will meet us at the Torak River in high noon with 1,000 pieces of gold and all the crystal in the village. If not, the fat bastard will get it.
Let me see that, let me see that, let me see.
Nothing on the other side. What did you find?
Yes, what did you find, Ramsey?
can Lucida
Oh,
pick
you're-
up the monocle?
Yes.
Fathin, are you sure you pronounced that right? It didn't sound right.
I did not attempt to pronounce the town at all. I have
No,
no
not
idea.
the town, the syndicate's name.
That's not how you say it.
Oh. What is it?
Small blue. I don't know what this is.
Do tell.
Before I came down here, and then all of a sudden her accent just drops. Just entirely. It just drops entirely, and it kind of spooks you guys, I guess. But, her entire accent drops. When I was younger, I had a father. And this father has gone through some measures to do some things, to get into power and to do certain things. to take care of his people and me. But I'm not like that, okay? I'm not like that. I left for a reason, and I thought that this was behind me. But it's not. He's back. Again.
Then we'll stop him. He will not hurt you.
Yes, we are on your side, Rosie.
And then her accent switched back to, anywho, I'm just gonna keep a hold of these.
I think this is part of a map.
Yes, that's also.
Yeah, just somebody want to roll investigation on that.
I will.
Yeah, you probably should.
Can I help with the?
Wait, who has the highest investigation?
I don't have the highest investigation.
What about you?
I've got a plus 5.
I've got a plus
Okay,
4,
then
so
maybe-
probably you should.
My dice don't like you right now.
It's okay. Do you want to roll mine? They love everyone. Here, roll mine.
Yay!
Good luck, soldier. What'd you get?
Yay, 19!
See, I told you, Ian loves everyone.
That is a 25.
So this does appear to be at least a piece of a map, and on it is marked a location, and it's not on the physical copy, but it is marked the camp on the map.
Well, I got some good news. I know where they are. I found their camp.
I see I rub my accent off on you.
Yes. That was purposeful. Oh, yeah. He's gonna be like, yes, and give it to you.
Give it to you, I guess.
Comet's going to cast Mending on Bovar's monocle.
You fix it.
I think I will return this to
Um,
Bovar.
Lucida currently has it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was grabbing the monocle and
One of you two has it.
Whatever you do. Figure it
Let's
out. Rock,
just
paper,
have it.
scissors, it.
Alright.
I think our
It is fixed.
current run of plan is we need to find the other pieces of this here map.
Yeah. Well, we do know where they live, I guess.
You know where they are, but we don't know the path to get there.
I'm sure there's someone who knows, although I'm reluctant to bring more innocence into this again.
But maybe I would ask them and they can give us general directions and we can come up with a plan to stop them.
Oh.
Rosie, does the map look familiar to you?
I'm gonna try and look at the map and see if I have any knowledge of that.
You do not.
Yeah. It doesn't.
However-
but
You know what? Roll history.
you know what? Let's do it. Give me back my dice. I'm sorry. Hold this. My gambling addiction came back. 3.
You think there might be something more, but you can't think of it.
Alright, let's
I was so
I'm listening.
happy.
John Chief steps into the door, and he's such a big guy, he actually doesn't fit through the door. And he says, "You find anything?"
Part of a map. Have you guys seen anything else about it?
And a ransom note, you can't forget
Right,
the
yeah,
ransom
and a
note.
ransom note.
I
That is probably
Should have
important.
expected that. How about this map you got? Can I see it? You don't have to hand it to me, I know what it is. Sorry. And he looks it over, he says, "Not complete, but I do recognize one thing on it. That river. It's called trying to think, the Torak, I think."
Yes, the people who wrote this ransom letter want us to deliver 1,000 gold and all the crystals in the town to the Torak River.
Really?
Yes.
That is quite a high demand, but honestly, people might just pay it.
If
Bovar's done so much.
if we had time to prepare, we could probably storm the camp and try to rescue Bovar without depriving the town of its livelihood.
Alternatively, we could avoid charging and losing another by taking a slower, more secretive approach.
That is why I said with better preparation.
Right.
That was implied.
I feel like first we all deserve a rest after the day we've had.
Yep.
And he's gonna go over to like the guard and he's gonna give him like, we found this in the cave. It was the what was the name? Novice. It was the Novice's lord, but that was the Novice.
He takes that and says, I'm glad you returned this.
The town.
May I ask what befell them?
We don't know they might be dead, but we also think they might have disappeared.
We are intent to finish this job so that no one else is put in danger.
And he nods and says, I know ye don't want to go storming in, but it would be my suggestion we act sooner than later.
We will
Yes. We will need supplies and at least time to complete a rest, so we may be best equipped to rescue Bovar.
Yes.
And John nods and says, I'll be waiting for you here in the morning then. Just to confirm you guys are off.
Very well.
I'd come with you, but I don't know if I can leave the town alone.
Yes, you
Yes.
have a place to protect. We understand.
We'll figure it out.
We would not ask that any more townsfolk come, including the guard, come with us. We do not want more lives lost with us. We are trained to do this. It is not your duty.
He nods and, still through the armor, you can see he's contemplating something and says, I know, but Maya, good friend of mine, and it's my duty to protect him in this village. I don't feel good leaving it to others. Not that you aren't capable, but I feel like I should go.
Listen, we're dealing with something very, very, very bad. The captors. The captors. They have tricks up their sleeve. We really gotta be careful about this. You don't know what could happen. It's really.
Which is why we have to wait to prepare.
And we don't want to bring back another dead body. Plus, the town needs protection.
And pay extra special attention to the inn. We also encountered a scandalous man who is
Threatening
going to
take people from the inn for more
Aye.
piece of money.
One innkeeper, and I have some wine made on it.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go to the end to go rest up.
Before we take our rest, we should gather supplies. Rosie, what do you think we need? We should gather potions, but what else do you think we need?
Oh Lord, let me remember. She kind of takes off her hat. He liked magical things. He really did like those. What else did the good old dad like? Rabbits. He liked rabbits.
Do you think we could ransom a rabbit?
No, he'll eat them.
I presume your father would rather keep his head on his shoulders, yes?
So,
I prefer that.
Right.
so we'll need protection from magical attacks.
Most likely. That's about it as far as I can remember.
So, protection from magical attacks. We will surely need health purposes. Our resources did get drained. Does anyone else need anything?
I don't believe
Shield. Shields are good.
Shields are good.
In general.
And before we leave, I would like, I'm going to turn to John Chief, open my spellbook and say, and take out a feather quill from my pauldron, prick my paw pad with it, and be like, "Could you write your name in my spell, please? It will allow me to contact you."
He like looks there for a second and goes, I guess so. And he takes it and like maybe a little weirded out by the fact that you just like using your blood to write this.
Yeah,
Writes
that's new.
his name in semi-sloppy handwriting in the book and says, "I do."
Yes, thank you. It will allow me to. It will allow me to magically contact you when we have Belvar.
Well, wish you luck. I have things to attend to, but prepare well.
Thank you.
And he like walks off, and you hear him like heavy metal boots thudding on the wood floor as he goes down the stairs and out the door.
I like that man.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I like that man.
He's
What I
honorable.
can do?
And I'm just like, and by the way, I just remembered, can I have my gun back?
Oh, but I like Dolly.
Dolly.
Yes, that's a name.
Oh, well, I'll keep the name. Does that make you happy?
You got yourself a deal.
Okay. And he takes it and he just kind of like casually starts like putting more pieces, like making sure it's safe, like making sure you can use it again. And he's gonna go, well, let's go to bed now. Tomorrow I've been missing.
Comet's going to go to market if anyone else is going to follow to gather.
Okay,
look for
so
resources.
some of you are just gonna go straight to the inn.
Gareth is going to go with Comet.
Yeah, and
I
Rose
think
is
I'm
with
gonna go.
Comet too. So I think most of the party should go with
I'll
Comet.
just go with Comet.
Okay, so everyone's gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
So
get
where
the
exactly are you
goods.
going?
Huh?
Where in town are you going?
To the market, wherever is selling like a potion shop or like a holy place for protection sigils.
So, middle of the town, and through all the crowds of people around Dorian's body, is a small wooden cart. It is decorated with tons of multicolored potion bottles, and sitting at it is a strangely dressed man. If you're all aware of a plague doctor.
The guy with the crow mask.
Look out with the crown man.
They sit at the potion shop, kind of tapping their fingers, awaiting customers.
All right, I'm gonna approach.
And
Yeah.
follow suit.
Greetings. We are in need of potions. We are hoping to mount a rescue mission for the manor.
Oh, you are seeking potions?
Yes.
Yes, of course. I have these potions of healing. I have some of my own design, such as this. He grabs a blue colored potion off the wall and says, "This one teleports you, I think." And he puts it back.
I love this man already.
Yeah.
I think.
I love him.
No, just be careful. I'm bad at labeling, not all the stuff is what it is. I will have to warn you about that. But I can give you basic healing for 5 gold a pop.
We are providing a vital service to the town, and I am paying. Would I manage to convince you to narrow it down to half price?
Isn't five,
Let me think.
5 gold? 2 gold. 2?
Make
The
a
mastermind doing the thing.
yeah, make a persuasion check. Yeah,
And I would like to help him say, basically just say like, yes, we just vanquished the monsters in the mine.
yeah, make a persuasion check against this guy real quick.
Okay.
What'd you get? That?
17.
17.
And then.
Well, you do make good point. I'll lower it down to 3.
Would anyone be willing to contribute 1 gold so I may purchase a health potion?
I can 1 gold.
18. I'll spend 18 to get 1 potion for each of us.
Oh, sorry. You,
Yeah, you can do that. Everybody, either write down or if you're using D&D on, put in potion of healing.
Do you have any greater potions?
Oh, yes, but a bit more costly. 10 gold a pop.
10 gold, can you do, let's say 7?
Well, maybe. It depends.
We are going to do a vital resource. We just helped the city make money again.
Yeah, go ahead, make a perception check.
While I'm doing that, I would like to know what other potions is he selling.
So, they are unlabeled, but so the health potions, most of them are in a deep red color, and there's other sort of different colored potions. There's yellow ones, blue ones, green ones.
Kind of like Minecraft.
And what did you get for?
14.
I could part with it for 8 gold.
8 gold? Okay. I will do that. I mean, yeah.
Do you perchance have any divine tools that I could purchase?
Well, not really. I just really sell potions.
Do you know?
And liquor.
I'll take some.
But that's mostly for me, not for you.
Mostly for you. Not for you. No.
Would you happen to know where we can purchase protection symbols? We are going up against a magical threat.
Well, I'm not really sure. As far as I know, there was only one priest in the area.
Hey,
He's
Mr. Potion.
Sort of a recluse.
Do you know where he is located?
Well, there is old church. He might be there.
So what do these other colored potions do?
Well,
None
like
of
I
them
said, this one, he grabs the blue one again, should be potion of teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
I have another one, very funny, pulls this one is it's a darker blue with little sparkles in it, and he says, this one has magic, does a big wave, I think, should work.
I'm trying so hard
I've not
to do a
tested
Russian
yet.
accent.
And he puts it back, says, and got another one, these more basic, but poison.
How much are these?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for specifically.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the blue sparkly potion.
Oh, that is very expensive. I only have one. It would be 50 gold.
Oh, mama.
Would you be willing to lower that price for people who are actively working to save?
Maybe, but
I would like to investigate the magical integrity of these.
No, don't. I want to see what this does. I want to either explode or make them explode.
What if
make an Arcana check
on
on this potion. Anybody who's familiar with magic, you can do.
This just druidic magic.
Yeah, just everybody who wants to make an Arcana check on this potion.
All of us?
That's 20! Plus 4.
9.
24, baby!
Okay, so you're not able to very closely examine it, but you get the feeling that whatever this guy has bottled is a little chaotic, and it might not do the same as intended.
Do not buy it.
This potion seems very chaotic and random, and I only like to spend my money on things I could be sure of work. I would love to be able to test this for you to see what it does.
Well, I only have one. Ingredients hard to get,
Right.
so cannot waste.
I work with a guild of monster hunters. I could absolutely get more for you if this thing is promising in its results.
Are they good swimmers?
Some are.
I'm a
Few,
good
yes.
swimmer.
I am fairly certain we have spells to enhance water breathing as well.
I can
Really?
be a good swimmer.
Ingredients include the tooth of narwhal.
Ah.
Narwhal?
Like the long horn tooth? Because that is a tooth.
Or a normal tooth.
Well, depends. Both work.
Perfect.
I found each narwhal.
I think we
Tooth.
should put it back.
I think we could absolutely get you the tooth of a narwhal.
Why?
Will also requires other things, rare plants.
This does not seem very.
It's not worth
stable.
it.
It doesn't seem like a sound
Put it
recipe.
back.
I want the gambler's facade.
This is something my dad would get. Put it back.
Or you look over and you shake the bottle around.
Don't touch it!
But I want it.
Aren't you like a 40-year-old man? Put it back!
I do agree. We should focus our resources on what we need to fight this guild of Moru.
Fathin he's gonna take a deep sigh. He really doesn't want to let this go. He's gonna put it back on the shelf slowly.
Thank God.
We'll maybe come back later.
Absolutely.
More
I will be putting this thing in my body.
Do you want this
before we
potion of
leave.
teleportation? It's cheaper.
How much?
I do
Well,
have an idea.
15 gold.
15. Nah, I'm alright.
Very well.
Do you know of any place where we can buy divine tools?
Probably the priest.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There is a priest. Arthur Kane, I believe his name is.
Ah.
Probably at Old Church. But, I don't know. Very old church. Maybe he at home.
We should definitely start moving towards the church now.
Yeah.
Before Gambler over there gets crazy. Come on, Boulder. Grabs your tail and starts tugging.
Hey, jeez. And I'm gonna pick you up by your shirt and doing some sit you
We're like
down
a
again.
scrub.
He's manhandling you.
Okay.
Are you guys leaving the potion shop?
Yes.
Yes.
As you leave, he kind of waves to you and says, "Good day."
Good
Good
Day,
day.
we will surely see you again before we leave.
Hopefully.
Yes, I hope you do. Spend more money.
I will be. I will be putting that drink in my body before the end of this story.
We are not doing that.
Okay, so you guys.
At least not yet.
While we're walking to the church, Lucida is trying to flatten down his hair a little bit. He's trying to make it look nicer in a way, and he's just trying to
Have you tried licking your hand? And that's what I do.
No,
It does look
that's
very
unclean. I don't like doing that. My dad did it.
Yes, but your dad also kidnaps people.
He does kidnap people. He's pretty good at it.
So
I'm not telling you what this man.
you guys approach a building that stands out from the rest of the town. It is a church, one that seems to have been built at least 100 years ago. The church is small, only reaching about 35 feet in height, including the steeple. Weeds and vines envelop the rotting brick of the building, crawling in and out of cracked windows and spilling over the shadowed main window. The doors are boarded over, and you're met with a smell of sort of rotting wood and alcohol. The ground is infested with bugs and broken glass, and in front of you, however, the wooden cross decorating this church is still in pristine condition.
I'm gonna pull this board off if we need. Do we need to talk to this man? Should we knock on the door first? I think we should knock on the door first.
I'll knock.
Yes, let's knock.
Comet's kind of standing towards the back. This religious institutions don't feel right.
So you knock, and you hear through the door, maybe somebody you hear this quick scuffle of movement, and some muffled voices that you can't make out. Then you hear, "Hello? Is somebody there?"
Yes, we would like to perchance have some of your help and things like that.
Well, sorry, I'm trying to push this guy. Yes, yeah. Sure. And the door opens a little bit, and you see this sort of half-bald priest sort of look through the crack in the door, and he looks kind of old, sort of Roman Catholic in faith, you can see.
That looks like the Pope.
Says, "I'm a little busy cleaning up the place right now, but you would be welcome in."
Are you sure this is quite cleanly?
Well, no, and this church has been abandoned for a little bit and requires some maintenance, but it should be finished, hopefully, if the town stays around.
Do you have any divine tools that I can perchance?
Looking,
I could pay you.
Oh no, I do not require payment. Are you talking about holy symbols and the like?
Yes.
We are looking for protection from magic. We are trying to rescue the mayor.
Oh, yes. I heard about that dreadful story this morning. And you see he goes back and you hear him say, "Hey, you got the stuff in there?" And you hear somebody says something back, you can't tell what it is. And then he goes back for a little bit, he comes back with, like, several of these iron crosses on necklaces. He goes, "Well, I got these. I have a bunch of them back there. Sort of preparing to Christianize the area. You can have them if you need them."
Can I cast Detect Magic to see if they actually will help us?
Go ahead.
Alright. Yeah.
You're using Detect Magic a lot.
We got
They are holy symbols. Like, they have the power of whatever a normal holy symbol would have, but they're not, like, enchanted. They just have sort of the power of this divine symbolism.
Who was that you were just talking to?
Frank back there. He's been helping me clean up the place.
Frank.
Found him squatting here.
I'm just crouched down to meet match high with him, just staring him dead in the eyes. And would this Frank like to speak to us?
Sorry, friend is what I meant to say.
Friend?
Friend. He's a friend.
He's a friend. All right. Can we see him?
And I wouldn't say why not, I guess.
I would like you to know I'm not a very trusting man.
And you see he turns around and says, Riz, some people want to see you. And you can see through this crack in the door that he's opened the door like about a foot now. Walking out of one of the dusty rooms in this church is a black dragonborn.
Dragonborn!
He looks like he was possibly an old soldier.
Aww.
He has no scars, but kind of carries himself like a soldier. He's dressed in a cloak, and he does have a dagger on his side. And he walks up and says, Hi.
Hi, I'm very
What
sorry.
you guys want to talk to me about?
I'm very sorry to intrude. I was just making sure this man wasn't communing with some unholy beast.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot. I'm Riz Blackthorn.
It is lovely.
Shake his hand.
She's gonna put her
Shakes his
hat
hand.
down, like cover her face in embarrassment.
Although, I do understand there's some confusion around my name. It's spelled R-Y-Z-E. That's just to clear some things up. You're talking to my friend?
Yes.
Yes.
We were just making sure he wasn't going to kill us.
Dear sir.
Cool, I have like some rats frying in the back. I need to look at those soon.
Alright, you can go
And
back.
he walks back.
Before you go, dear Sir Riz, would you happen to have any magical protection?
Not that I can think of. You might want to ask Arthur about that. He knows a bit more about magic and God.
This is a great man.
If you want to find God, talk to him.
Fine.
He has his whole sales pitch and everything.
Comet's going to turn to Arthur Kane and be like,
Sir, while these would be useful if we were going up against a demon, I do not think that they will help us with our current situation. We need magical protection from magic.
Well, such things are a little hard to come around, but I think, I don't know, is protection from God not enough?
Just take it, please.
Wait, protection from God?
He means that in the way of like protection given by God. You know, as long as you wear these and convert to the Roman Catholic religion, God will always be by you. And I do mean that.
Comet's going to take the cross and just kind of throw it to the side as discreetly as possible because they're not going down that religion rabbit hole again.
My character's kind of just been in the back the whole time, just observing, and it's just like kind of like looking at the cross and looking at the man, just like he's not sure about this because he's not a religious person at all.
And Lucida will keep the cross, but kind of will like tuck it into like a pocket.
Yeah. And glad that I could help. I'm always glad to help those in need. I should probably put a sign up on the church.
Yes, I think this place is dying, isn't it?
It is, and hopefully with me and Blackthorn can fix up the place and deliver some more hope to these people. Yeah.
Of course. It was lovely to meet you, Father Kane.
Oh, Arthur Kane, not quite. Haven't quite reached that point yet. But I am honored.
It was lovely to meet you, and thank you for your assistance. I do think we should take our leave. It is...
Yes. Yes, of course. And may the Lord watch over you. And he closes the door. Yeah.
Conall's gonna like start like kind of combing through their fur like,
That was so embarrassing.
that didn't feel right.
Can we go eat or something now? I'm so tired.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go get some food.
Let us go to dinners.
Cool, and you guys get to dinners once again. This kind of nice establishment. Frederick is still in there cleaning glasses with magic. You know, he looks up at you as you guys enter. I see you're back.
Yes. We get something to eat at all.
Of course, of course. May I ask how the mine went? I know Dorian's dead, but I'm sure there's a bigger story.
It was in fact monsters that were terrorizing the people, and they are, as far as we are aware, they are gone now.
That's good to know. Means business will be back. Also, I have to ask, have you heard anything about the bandits? Any leads on that? I do want my money back.
Yeah, about that.
We do have leads, and we are working to rescue the mayor, as it seems those bandits were the same ones responsible for his disappearance. We are currently gathering resources and information to... We have a lead. We are gathering resources to mount a rescue. Would you happen to have any useful resources we could borrow for a rescue?
Unfortunately, I run an establishment that does not sell those things, but I will wish you luck on your venture.
Thank you for that.
Let's get some food, and then let's go to bed.
You guys can get food, and if you want, kind of RP this for a little bit.
Do we want to?
I mean, I'm done.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys can discuss things.
Yes.
And so, after this, we are going to sleep for a bit, and then we're going to go deal with this, how do you pronounce it?
I put something together, but it's pronounced Mobu. I looked at the note, I was rereading the note, and I think I just put something together.
Mhm.
You two touched that sword, didn't you? You both touched the sword. I touched the sword. They noticed magical death on the sword.
Yes.
This sword? He just like
Let
claps it on the table.
me reread the note real quick. I just put something together. Grab that sword. It'll be easy to follow them back to their innkeep. What do you think that means?
That means we're gonna have to wash our hands.
I'm probably gonna be thefted tonight.
Thefted.
I love washing my hands.
I
Don't
do
worry.
have a question about that. When I casted Detect Magic at the church, did I notice any, like, magical glitter on their hands?
So you were mainly focused on the crosses, but I'll let you make a history check. See if you
Okay.
remember.
He's like, wait, this sword slams it onto the
God,
table.
I felt so
swag. My dad would be so proud of me for coming up with that. I love rereading notes.
15.
So you do recall that everybody who touched the sword had a little bit of this magic dust on their hands.
You all are infected with magical glitter, and it will be used to track us.
Oh God, magical
Why
glitter!
would you touch it?
Oh God, magical glitter! He like looks down, he realizes he's had this sword everywhere. It's gonna be impossible to get out.
Oh, Dad, you clever son of a biscuit! Oh no!
Oh no! Lucida's just gonna,
Good news, we don't have to wonder how we're gonna get in.
Sorry.
what is the Dragonborn's name again?
Frederick?
UNT Frederick.
Do you perchance have wine that I could...
Okay, well, when we get back to the inn, we need to take a bath.
Yeah, you can get.
We get back to the inn.
Yeah, wine with dinner. I'm not gonna go over that.
Yeah. Are we gonna?
Let's go back to the inn and wash our hands.
There is one thing that I would like to do. So I would like to. Here, I gotta get the spell up.
I have a really, really bad idea involving this magical glitter here.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I caught it. I'm so glad I caught it.
So who here hasn't touched the sword?
Me.
Just you two?
I don't think
No.
Comet
I
did.
think
Comet didn't touch the sword. I think they
I
looked
don't
at
think
it.
Caeryfyndon
Gareth didn't because they were shielding
Yeah.
Dorian's body, and I didn't touch it because I got bad juju.
Fathom touched the sword.
I am
so did
actively
Gilbert and
holding the
Lucida.
sword in my hand. I
So half our
am.
party is infected with magical glitter.
I'm going to finish my meal. Alright, here's the plan. Rosalie and Gareth, you two need to not stay awake, keep resting, feel good, but stay hidden. Do not see yourself fearing. We
Barricade.
are going to get kidnapped.
What?
What?
I would prefer
No?
no.
How about we just wait it out?
Yeah.
And wait for them to come in.
Don't
But
split
I
our
pray to God I don't
resources.
see my dad.
I think what we would want to do, if
Gavin?
we... Yes.
I do think Lucida has a plan. They would like
I
us
would like to speak to somebody about possible chances for the outcome.
You
I
have to touch it.
Very cool looking sword. I mean,
I
it's
can
super pretty.
if I'm going to Lucida's gonna say anybody who would like to who knows things about the divine, if you would like you can join me, but otherwise
Are you going back to Arthur Kane?
no.
We all
I can
Nobody
do
wants
it in my room.
Right, yes, let's continue figuring out a plan in private.
I have a patron who may be in a similar vein. I would join you if you
Yes.
would welcome me.
And yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the hotel, and I've got a couple of things to do there too.
I'll follow him back to the inn since he has something on him. Because I don't trust that.
Since everyone else is going back to the inn, here is following.
I'm gonna
You
finish my
guys
drink, slam on the table.
Go back to the forest inn, this very druidic looking inn. You notice again when you get in that the innkeeper is not there at the front desk again.
I sure hope this woman didn't get kidnapped.
Did she touch the sword?
She's probably fine, maybe. Hopefully, who knows? We'll find out later, I guess. I'm not being sarcastic. I do actually think getting kidnapped might be a good plan here. If we could get into this place from the inside, we could skip the entirety of going through the probably cannon-mounted doors.
And what
But
are you
Fabin.
going to, and how are you going to free yourself?
Yes, Favin, if you truly think that getting kidnapped is the best option, how do you think splitting our resources? You are our most martially prowessed party member. How do you think that disadvantages us when we
I don't
try
wanna
to
go back.
rescue you?
My current plan here
I don't want
is
to
as follows. Us four go to sleep, because we're the ones who have touched the sword. Maybe not all of us. Maybe some of us
Only
between
three of you
us
touched
have
the sword.
lost. Only three of us?
Comet didn't touch the sword.
Okay, us three. We get kidnapped. We get thrown in a cell. These three follow the men who take us. And we go from there.
I
I don't
want
want
to
to
get
go
caught.
That's the best
If
idea.
you guys get caught,
I highly
Nothing good.
dislike the idea of being stuck in a cell.
And I don't know about you, but I'm not too keen on a family reunion.
and that is why you're not going to be kidnapped.
Unfortunately, I don't think we have much choice. But Bovar is with Syndicate Morun.
I do have the spell Ensnare, which I can basically create a trap.
Why don't we create
Okay, now on with just this.
I also have some things I need to do tonight. So what if I stay in my room and I work on my inventions and I put a little trap in the doorway, and when they try to walk in, poof, they're floating in the air.
I'll sit with you through that. It'd be funny.
That sounds helpful, yeah.
Yes. We can all just hang out in one room with the snare trap, and if they try to kidnap us, we just, take care of them.
Yes, I'd say
I like
that's
it.
a better plan than Fathoms.
This is a technique I've used many a time.
Yes, but you are by far the best with martial weapons in our group. Most of us are researchers. We cannot reasonably mount a rescue mission on you if you are incapacitated.
Rosalie, what are the odds they could incapacitate me? The men who I'm assuming are going to take us.
Well, my dad. I mean, if it was my dad doing the job, we'd be dead by now. He's pretty big. It depends on how sloppy he's gotten since I left. But I'd say maybe 25 to 50 chance.
Those are odds I am willing to take.
I wouldn't.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do? I know
I'm so glad I made that. I'm so glad
some
I made
people are doing some special stuff.
Yeah.
What does the group do first?
I'm thinking if we trap the men who's trying to take us, that would definitely be helpful. So we do that.
Yeah, so we all just go. Are we all gonna go into one room?
Yeah, we should all first off do
Yeah.
long rest, and stay in that room and prep for a bandit.
Okay.
And just like pull an all-nighter.
And what are you?
I'm going to do
Sleep in shifts. Sleep in shifts because we do not want to pull an all-nighter because then we'll be exhausted.
I could take the first two.
I want to do it.
And
I'm so glad I caught that. I'm so glad I caught that.
My character can also do a later one considering they are
Okay, I'm gonna keep
owl
reading
and
this.
therefore semi-nocturnal.
Would be
So
so
they are
funny.
he's gonna do an infusion on his boots. That's basically just gonna make the boots make him teleport, which is an artificer thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you're working on that,
And
and
I'm also gonna work on a dice that
Mhm.
basically lands on whatever I want to land on.
okay. And Lucida, you're contacting God.
Not God, but
But
God,
Celestials.
but the cooler one.
So, and Comet is joining them, I believe.
yeah.
Okay.
Can,
And I'm also casting Ensnare in the doorway.
And I'm taking the first two shifts. I am sitting right in front of the door.
I am sleeping.
I'm casting a 30-minute spell. So it's I'm going to I have some divining tools that I will likely litter
Yeah.
around. So augury. So
Okay.
I receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the I was confused about that part.
Hmm.
Sorry, it says within the next 30 minutes. So I thought that meant within it just takes 30 minutes.
So I think that would mean we could definitely learn whether or not Bodhi's trap is going to work.
And well, the thing is, my trap it's just a 14 dex save, so you can't really plan for that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess you can roll ahead, but the duration is 8 hours.
So
Let's just go with the trap for now.
yeah.
Save your spell slots because they're really important.
And if we end up getting kidnapped? Oops.
Family reunion!
Okay, so you guys are sleeping in shifts. Who is taking
I take the first two.
the first two? Okay.
I can take third.
I can take fourth.
I'll go very last.
Okay, that means
Okay,
Common's
so
sleeping. Before everyone goes to sleep, Comet is going to do the same thing they did with Captain John Chief, and is going to use a quill from their pauldron to prick their finger and hand the quill to either Lucida, Fathin, or Gilbert, and is going to say, at least one of you write your name down so I can contact you if this fails.
I'll write my name because it was my plan in the beginning to get kidnapped.
I would rather have the insurance of knowing I can contact you.
Perfect. I'm just gonna write my name. Surprisingly handy for the massive
Big freaking
person I am.
claws.
Okay, so who has the last shift? Okay, so the night passes without any difficulty. Rosalie, you're kind of like sitting down. You actually got a pretty good night's rest, so like this is like the easiest shift. You're just waiting for the others to wake up, and you hear outside a scuffle, and then, "Oi, you there! I have some problems with your kind." And then you hear the sound of like possibly like a sword hitting somebody, and possibly, and then you hear a very loud bang, like a gunshot.
Would that wake any of us up?
Yes, you are all woken up by the gunshot.
I wake up and pull my battle axe and it slams into the bed. I'm like, oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to buy that. Oh no.
I startle awake and like my wings like spread out to make myself look bigger instinctively.
It's like the season rainbow.
Comet, who was sleeping, kind of curled up in Hurith's wings,
Gets flung into the wall.
gets flung into the wall and sort of like uses their claws to try and grip in, but like is ending up scrabbling.
Yeah, you were all woken up very suddenly by this.
I'm gonna just like immediately run through that door.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna yell,
We're here, come and get us!
Okay, so Fathin, you run out and you see outside there are two dead bodies. One is like further towards the tree line, and one of them is like in two pieces on the ground, and you see standing there is John Chief, like sheathing his sword and going, "Down, bastards! Come back here! I'll bite your legs off!"
Respectfully, Mr. Chief, what the hell happened?
Oi, I caught these two trying to sneak in.
To our room? Or just in
They're
general?
trying to sneak into the tavern. I think they're some of the bandits.
I'm gonna go grab Rosalie and just like, do you recognize these people?
and I'm gonna.
They do have like whatever the symbol of.
They have the rabbit symbol?
Yes.
Can I investigate like the bodies to see if they have anything?
Yeah.
Wait, if you're, this isn't in character, but because I wouldn't know this, but
Yeah.
if your dad eats rabbits and he turns into a were-rabbit, does that make him a
Cannibal, yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
That was the joke.
So there's two men.
Yeah.
How big are what are their sizes?
The pretty like normal human.
Would either of the outfits fit me? Because I have a very
Oh my
bad plan.
god!
No.
You could just take my hat. Like,
I'll take-
literally, Rosalie's hat
um,
has so much of it on it.
Can
Alright.
Lucida attempt to put on one of the outfits though?
Yeah,
I
so
do actually have a
anybody
disguise
who
kit too.
is like regular human sized could probably fit.
Alright, so my
Rosalie has
plan-
a bunch of the Mobu like things on her, so she's set
I'm
to
gonna,
go.
can I take your hat, pop it on?
You want my hat?
Yes, I have a very, very bad
But this
plan.
is my hat.
And as
You'll
you're
get
talking
your
about this,
hat back.
you see John Chief is like looking at one of the and says, "Oi, I think he ain't quite dead yet." And he like kicks him with his boot. He says, "Oh, never mind.
Alright.
They did go that way into the forest.
Let's go.
If I wasn't so slow in this armor, I would have gone after them."
Thanks,
I
baby.
guess we're going to follow them to rescue Mayor Bovar. She like wraps her like purple scarf with the symbol on it.
This went from I want to do that Avatar thing where they get themselves in prison and save things to I want to go do a stupid.
So, like, did I find anything on the body? That's like,
I mean, both of them have daggers on them, and like leather armor.
So you have money. You need money. I want to buy a
Do
potion.
they have like pendants that signify they're part of Mu?
No, they just have it like it's sort of like branded on.
It's a usual brand. They usually have like
Yeah.
a small rabbit with the moon symbol on it.
Alright.
That's about it.
like, can I rip off one of those sigil things?
Yeah. Well, okay. Like the actual guys have it like tattooed or branded on them,
Oh,
and the armor also has like a patch.
okay.
Sounds about right.
The flesh.
Yeah, I want
Oh
the
my
hat.
God, no.
Here, Fat. I'll give you my
So you're gonna take the
jacket.
patch?
And I just want to like, I guess.
You want the
like,
hat?
I want my hat back.
Take the
It's
hat.
my whole thing. Here.
It's my whole thing.
Comet's going to unhook one of their feather pauldrons and switch it for a branded pauldron
Okay.
to kind of try to
Cool.
pass off.
And
Very
here,
bad idea.
Gareth
Love
is just
this.
gonna like grab like a scrap of cloth and turn it into like a makeshift scarf.
And as you guys are all basically gathering clothes from the dead corpses, you see John Chief actually starts walking into the forest and goes, "Hey, you know what? I don't got anything else to do today.
Wait for us. Wait for us.
I'm coming to get you, you bastards!"
No.
And John, and he just starts like charging into the woods. And you can hear like heavy footsteps as this guy in full plate armor like books it.
Can Comet,
I'm just like
can
adjust
Comet
the
attempt
jacket
to
now
like
and
have
be
a
like-
reaction and cast Misty Step to try and like catch up and like get in front of Captain John Chief and like stop him?
Yeah, so how do you like describe what this looks like?
Comet's going to puff up, ears like alert, and they're just going. And instead of like the normal like swirling mist that encircles them slowly, it just poofs and they attempt to like and then it's
This man is
like
gonna trample
swallows
you.
quickly and then mist goes right in front of Captain John Chief and Comet appears like right in front of him with their paws outstretched.
This man's gonna trample him. This dude is a giant.
So you like go up there, and this guy's like he's got momentum built up. Like
he's good.
he's like was running. He did not expect this, and he sees you like pop up in front of him, and I'm gonna want you to make a dexterity save real quick. As this guy is like, he is not stopping. He does not seem capable of stopping at this point.
He's a great
11.
character. I love this man.
So
Trample.
you like half dodge, and he's like, "Oi!" And like as he's like going through, he kind of not intentionally like body checks you to the side. You're like sent to the ground, and he like takes it like a few like takes like a dozen feet to like stop. He goes, "What was that for?" So you see, I was running.
Comet's going to like kind of claw their way up and like shakily stand up and be like, "We can't go just rushing into danger. That's how Dorian died. I don't want another to die like that. We need to be sensible about this. We can bring you along for assistance, but we can't have you attack highly trained bandits."
I'm gonna like walk
Highly
over.
trained. I doubt that. There's
just
two blokes
killed
over there
him.
went highly trained.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna
My
put
dad
my
got
hand on
slapped.
his shoulder. I'm just like, listen. No, I'm not trying to be offensive. You're a very powerful man. You seem like the kind of man who can and will finish the fight. You will set off alarms within 6 miles of you. You are a giant. And I understand the sarcasm. I understand the
guess
irony in
that,
that, but
This armor is noisy. Fine. Stay back, but I want to be there.
Let's go. We don't have much to lose at this rate.
And you see, like, kind of like very disappointed, like in his armor, like
oh,
walks back towards the tavern, like, well, don't fail, otherwise I'll get you, even if you're ghosts.
I can assure you
Oh,
that if we
baby.
come running back surrounded,
Don't
you are
worry.
the first person we are going to tell to ask for help.
I give you my word we will succeed.
Okay, and
Or die trying.
with that, are you guys
We're
going
gonna
on.
go on.
Make
We're off to see the
nature checks. Everybody make a nature check to track whoever this was.
Would that be nature
I
or
can
survival?
also-
Please, 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 please.
Survival.
Sick.
Survival would be better.
Survival. Ooh, baby. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Hold on.
23.
I'm checking my thing.
5.
So, Fathom, with a 23, you can see this. Like, you don't search for very long. You
25.
find this very hastily cut trail through the foliage, and you guys start following it. And
Rosalie, no offense to your father and his business, but these guys do not know what they're doing.
I'm pretty sure my dad got really sloppy. I mean, you're losing your daughter. That kind of messes with your brain. So I'm assuming he got sloppy after that.
and
Wait,
as you
he's
guys
your
follow,
dad?
Yes.
as you guys follow this trail, yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
I'll
I
let
thought
you
this
guys-
was mentioned beforehand.
Just, I'm giving you guys like 5 minutes to RP stuff as you follow this trail.
I'm gonna go up to Rosie and like, did your father have any old business associates that we might know?
They're dead.
Oh,
Rosie,
okay.
I know you said you really like the hat, and I will give you the hat back, but this jacket does not fit. We're gonna need to blend in.
Here,
You're gonna need
scarf.
to stay behind me. Scarf will work too.
Practically everything she wears had at least 1 ounce of Moru Syndicate.
Alright, so here's the
stuff on it.
plan. Here's my plan. Object if you'd like. We are going to, because we are now dressed as the syndicate, for as long as they are concerned, we have been with them for years now. We are going to walk through the front doors and act like we own the place.
What about me?
You are going to stay behind the 7.5-foot tall dragon.
You don't think that they're not gonna recognize me? And my dad's hat.
Not if you're not wearing the hat.
But this is my hat.
You could keep the hat, just like, take it off.
What if we come in as finding the daughter?
Mmm.
Only
Good news. Keep the hat.
is okay with it.
You guys are maybe arguing a little bit as you follow through this trail, and after hours of searching, the sun begins to it takes you a full day of sort of following this trail. You miss it sometimes, and night is starting to fall as you approach this river where the trail goes cold. And give me all a round of perception checks.
Perception? I ain't good with perception.
I'm good with perception.
Can I
13.
also look at the map while
Please,
like
please,
looking
please,
at
please,
the
please, 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 please.
Yes.
9.
15.
let me check. Perception.
That's 16.
18.
Okay. And Lucida?
19.
Okay. So, most of you see to your left, upstream, you see several lights that look not dissimilar to campfires. And as you approach, you can see illuminated in the darkness several ramshackle towers and structures with figures moving between them. It's hard to see in the darkness, but you appear to have found the camp.
Sick, dog.
Well, Rosie, if you seem inclined, that would be a very good way to get into the camp.
Fine, you win, okay? I'm gonna have to drop my fake accent, but this is gonna really suck.
You don't have to
Rosie?
drop the accent.
Rosie, if it helps, I will be right next to you holding your hand. It will be in an acting way, but know that I need comfort.
Fine, let's go and do this.
I can
Let's
also
get
hold
to
your
it.
hand if you want.
I don't want your hand.
Okay.
Ow.
And Comet's gonna reach up with their paw to hold around their wrist in a show of comfort.
I'm just
So,
gonna cross his,
Oh,
cross
my
his
dad's
arms.
gonna kill me.
He's
You
better than
guys
criminal business.
approach the camp.
Like, yeah.
Making your way forward, you hear a shout from one of the guard towers. Oi! Got some scoundrels near the river! We got company, boys!
I'm gonna cross my arms like, dude. I'm gonna show the scarf with the sigil. We've got Jesus, what was her name? We got Rosalie. We got the guy's daughter.
Yes, we found her.
And mere seconds after you guys say this, you can hear, like, things are being prepared. There's activity all over this camp. And then suddenly, there's like this gust of wind and somebody lands before you, joined by several bandits. He stands up, a good 6.5 feet tall.
My dad!
Family reunion!
Some dark crimson
Oh
skin.
my god!
His head is adorned with a pair of small twisted horns, and from his back sprout large bat-like wings that kind of collapse back into him, turning to smoke as he stands. He wears a purple and black cloak that blows in the wind, and he wears a smile on his face. A smirk of victory even before a battle has been fought.
I'm just like mime tipping my hat.
Rose is slowly gonna take off her hat.
Lucita's going to like
Well,
bow.
it has been so long, daughter.
Hi,
And a
Dad.
monster hunter, really?
Hey, Dad. Hi.
You're gonna realize I'm
Good
wearing
to
this
see you
cloak.
again, too.
So, you returned,
Yup.
and who might all these be?
My
Aw,
name
he
is
does
Gilbert
recognize the
Nicholson.
scarf. I'm gonna take off this scarf and I'm gonna hand it back to him.
I was
Thanks.
gonna say, my name is Gilbert Nichols, and he's gonna reach out his hand to shake.
Don't give him your.
Gareth, nice to meet you. I think.
God, what was?
Rose
He's
is like practically trembling in her boots. Her hat is just like, and this is what she stole from her dad, so he knows it's his. Comet's kind of just like,
Brandon's like thinking to himself, he's like, Jesus, what was my old name?
Lucita's gonna
Good to see
bow
my
and say,
Arnold there.
Lucita, welcome.
Yes, well, it is great to see you again. Are you joining me for real this time?
I'm just like.
Yes, she is.
I'm gonna just like lean over, just like.
Comet's gonna hiss.
Roll. Okay, real quick. Did you say that? Roll deception.
Why did you make it? Why couldn't I say yes? I'm great at deception.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That is a 7.
His smile does not fade, but you can see like this flash in his eyes, like
And
he knows.
Oh, okay, Dad, listen. I'm just gonna. Sorry, I took your stuff. That was not great. You know what? I've missed home. I've missed you, Dad. I've missed you so much. Yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah, roll
I
deception.
already know what I gotta
I'm
do.
pretty sure you're lying through your teeth right here.
I am literally lying through my teeth because I don't want to be a killer. Let's see here. Oh God!
That one?
What?
Oh, it is a that one.
Oh!
Can
Oh
Fathin realizes our plans of deceit have gone screwy. He's going
Oh,
to crack his knuckles.
Lord.
He's gonna like lean over to Rosalie.
You got a nat- okay, sorry, I have to share this. So you got a nat 1 on deception. You got a nat 20 on insight.
Dude!
His
Okay,
fatherly
can I-
insight!
Can I just like
Oh,
lean
no,
over
his
to?
daughter's a freaking
He-
liar.
like his smile fades, like says, "You can't lie to me. I know you're not here to be friends. And I'm sorry it has to be like this."
Can
Dad? Dad,
Ken,
what do
hold
you
on.
mean by that?
Can I like lean over Rosalie's shoulder and just be like, "I'm sorry in advance. I'm gonna give this guy a right cross to the chin, and I'm going to charge into the building."
No.
So
No!
he's not in within melee range.
Oh, it's
no.
But,
Dad,
so
I'm
you're
so
gonna-
sorry!
So you're gonna charge him?
I'm going to charge past him.
Okay.
I'm done with this guy. I'm gonna go save the mayor.
Real quick, for sake of time, Fathin like starts going forwards, and
Oh my God,
you
Dad, I'm so
see
sorry.
he opens one of his hands, and this sort of like metal scythe appears in it.
Oh Jesus.
A shorter blade than a wheat scythe, but still a formidable weapon. And he says, as he points it to you, "Very well then. Boys, kill the others. But anyone who touches my daughter will have their hands cut off." And as he says this helmet sort of like appears on his head, sort of in the shape of like a dynamic rabbit.
Oh, it's his mask!
Boss fight!
And that is where we end today's session.
I'm so sorry!
And thank you to everybody for watching.
Oh, that was the perfect stream for my dad to watch!
This is great. I love that. I love